you know what I mean? Like, don't forget, all these boxing is out here because of me. And that's a fact. Like, when I brought Turkey Al-Sheikh to boxing, there was no, he wasn't involved in boxing at that time. And then when he did the deal with me, it opened all this up. So, like, all these boxers and things, yeah, they're out here because of me, because I started all this off.
They're there because of me. Listen, Tyson Fury's claiming that they're here because of him. Listen, you can't be serious. Now, as far as Turkey Al-Sheikh, he made the Usyk versus Tyson Fury fight. In fact, he made the Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury fight, for Tyson Fury because of a tune-up. I get that. Okay. And then that tune-up turned into a war, turned into a challenge. That's why Francis is Francis in the boxing realm. Okay. I get that. But was he the first one to ever bring boxing to Saudi Arabia? Hell no. The first two people that were responsible for that was Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua Part 2. Okay, because at the time, the WBC Heavyweight Championship belt didn't mean as much. I'm sorry, it didn't. Because as you guys can remember, the holder of that belt, which was Deontay Wilder, wasn't really a star yet. Okay, he wasn't. See, in 2019, Anthony Joshua was the star that got upset by a guy that no one intended on him getting upset by, which was Andy Ruiz. Okay, on top of that, Jarrell Miller was the guy that Joshua was supposed to fault. Okay, he was the superstar. He was the cash cow. He was the prize. AJ was, okay, with all his many endorsements, with all his introduction that went belly up in Madison Square Garden against Andy Ruiz. Okay, so after that, big upset since Tyson versus Buster Douglas, mind you. Okay, that was the biggest upset since then. Facts. There was no other biggest upset than that day. Saudi Arabia, Sky Sports, DAZN, all of these entities knew that it was either fight or flight. Okay, that's why for the first time in years, DAZN or Sky Sports decided to make, actually it was Sky, decided to up the ante and raise the price of pay-per-view that had all the British boxing watchers in the country in an uproar. Why? Because no one has ever heard of that. But they were doing it just in case Andy got the better of Anthony Joshua again. So they know, hey, listen, if this happens, we're going to have to sell out. We're going to have to take advantage of something that may happen because Andy may catch him with another left hook and Anthony Joshua may be out of here. But before he goes, we're going to make a profit. Okay, so Saudi Arabia was bold enough to say, you know what, we're going to set the site fees. We're going to give these guys $185 million, which is the cash cow, and Andy Ruiz more than he's ever bargained for, thanks to Al Heyman, because Al Heyman renegotiated and he ended up getting twice as much. So he ended up getting $13 million to fight Anthony Joshua, which got $85. Okay, they supplied the site fees. That had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Okay, so Tyson saying, hey, yeah, I'm the reason for this, that, and the other. Why? Because you got in on the last leg of something that's been going on forever? What was the next biggest show? And don't tell me that shit in COVID season where him fighting Strohmeyer, right? No, that's not it. The second biggest fight was Anthony Joshua again. Okay, in Usyk Joshua 2. That was the biggest thing. That was the second biggest fight because they were going to see if AJ was going to do what he did the last time he lost his belt to Andy Ruiz, December 1st, 2019. They were going to see if he was able to recover that belt in Saudi Arabia because he was able to do it before. And sure, both of these guys got millions. because they supplied millions. And then all of a sudden, Saudi Arabia became a place that, oh, well, maybe everybody can come here. But people still didn't get the point. Okay. And then the next fight, the third fight, people. Okay. After, mind you, after Tyson Fury turned down the opportunity to fight Usyk last year around this time. Actually, it was a little bit over a year ago because we're going into April right now, right? So we're going into April, and Tyson Fury decided to turn down the money that the Saudis offered him, and it had nothing to do with Turkey al-Sheikh, okay? So he refused to take the money from the Saudi Arabians. Okay, so Tyson thinking that he's done something with this that's absolutely 100% horseshit. Okay, Turkey al-Sheikh came in and saved the day because he was able to do some shrewd business practices and get everybody aboard, and they got aboard. Okay, they got aboard because they gave Tyson Fury what he wanted because he was negotiating with Francis Ngannou this time last year and beforehand, okay, to fight in late 2023, which was in October, and that's exactly what he did, and they made it possible for him only into when he signed the contract to fight Usyk, because that's the fight that they really wanted him to fight, not Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou made his own lane when he put Tyson Fury's ass down in the third round. Bars. That's what happened. Okay? So any of this, hey, they're here because of me. No. Tyson, you're a part of the festivities. You're not ahead of it. You're the WBC heavyweight champion that you got from another champion that really wasn't who he's supposed to be, okay? He wasn't at the top at all himself. Because if we go back, people, in 2019, Wilder was still trying to make a name for himself. The only thing that helped him out was Anthony Joshua losing, because he lost some points. He lost some notoriety from getting beat by Andy Ruiz, and people didn't know if he was the same or not, and people questioned that for a long time. It wasn't the fact that Deontay Wilder rose in popularity, because it was nothing that he did, okay? He didn't win anything. Wilder didn't win nothing. He lost to Tyson Fury 2 months later, okay? After Joshua got his belts back from Andy Ruiz, he lost his crown to Tyson Fury, and a whole bunch of excuses started, as we remember, then COVID. Okay, so all that started around the same time. So Wilder, in hindsight, the things that helped him was the guy that had all the cash or had all the buzz or had all the potential, lost it when he lost to Alexander Usyk back to back twice. Okay, so that's that. Okay, but Saudi Arabia knew that they had to host the fight that involved the unified championships of the world, because they were held by a guy that was actually the cash cow in the sport of boxing, not Tyson Fury. Okay, Tyson Fury has yet to prove himself, because he has to fight in May against Alexander Usyk, the guy that put away the guy that was the cash cow, which was Anthony Joshua. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury claiming that he is the one that started all this Saudi Arabia business. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.